Jared, from a personal standpoint, what makes you personally feel like you're better equipped for the playoffs going into this year?
I feel like every year in my career I've become more accustomed to what the NBA is like and what the next day brings. So just a day-by-day type of thing and just years of experience.
What was the thing that you pulled from last year?
I feel like we got to be more ready. We got to be more physical.
Orlando brings a lot of size and athleticism into this series. How much are you looking forward to some of those matchups and going toe-to-toe with their big guys?
Definitely looking forward to it. They're a team that was or is like us in similar ways, has some size. I mean, I know we got Darius and Donovan, but other than that, we still have a big lineup everywhere else. And they're fighting for something, and obviously we're fighting for something too, and there's a lot of similarities between us.
Jared, how would you look at this regular season for you? A long run, you stayed healthy.
Right.
So what is your energy level like heading into the playoffs?
I'd say it was a successful season for me. One of my goals is to play every single game. I wasn't able to do that with the 5 games, but I still feel like I was able to keep up my goal for the season to play 77. And I think the energy is going good coming into the playoffs. We had a great practice today. The energy levels were high. Everybody was feeling good. So we'll just see how it goes on Saturday.
You had the infamous quote about the playoff experience last year.
Right.
Where's this team in relation to that quote?
After the eclipse, we kept staring into the sun, so nothing can be as bright. So we'll be all right.
Jared, a lot was made of that quote last year, though, and we appreciate your candor.
Right.
Was there part of you that you're not regretted saying it, but said,
Right.
maybe I shouldn't have said that?
I've said a lot worse stuff in my life, so that doesn't mean much to me.
Do you think, though, that just having related to that, having dealt with the stage
Right.
as a team, do you think that the team can benefit this
Right.
time?
I think that comes as any team in the NBA. The more experience you have, the more adversity you go through, it helps build you up as a team. And I feel like we've taken every experience this year and last year in the postseason to help build on our season this year.
They don't have very much playoff experience. Does that make them even sometimes maybe more dangerous? They kind of don't know what they're getting into?
I wouldn't say it makes it more dangerous. I think everything plays a part in just how a team will play, They don't know what to expect, They do know what to expect in some aspects. There's just a whole lot of stuff that goes into it.
Now the roles are a little bit reversed where you're the more experienced playoff.
Right.
Do you think that can give you an edge?
I think so, and I think we have a lot of we got guys like Tristan, George, Donovan that has even more experience than myself. I think that's going to play a big part going forward.
Jared, you've talked about the mental capacity and your mental state being a big role for you. You said your body's always going to be ready, but your mental is more important for you to be ready.
Right.
How do you feel like your mental state is going into the playoff series, and
Right.
what have you done to just have that prepared?
My mental state's been pretty good, actually. A couple sunny days in a row will do that to me. I just been able to just enjoy my time. 5 days off, 6 days off. It does a lot just to reset the mind and body, and I'm taking full advantage of that.
Jared, did all the adversity this year bring you guys together? I mean, obviously 1 through 18 almost had to play.
Right.
They kind of bond you with all you had to deal with?
Absolutely. When you go through things like that, everybody pulls closer together. We've had many guys go down throughout the season, and we had even more guys step up to help the team pull forward. So I think when everybody feels like they contribute to the whole, it brings us closer together.
Jared, obviously last year the Knicks kind of threw that first punch.
Right.
And you guys kind of never were able to recover for the rest of the series. How do you kind of flip the script this year where you guys are sort of the ones throwing the first punch against them?
Right. We've seen an effective game plan work against us, so I feel like if we use the same game plan, we'll be just fine.
What do you make of the idea that you guys were manipulating matchups in the last game of the regular season and ducking other opponents?
I just show up to the games to play. Honestly, at that point in the season, there's so many things that could have been manipulated, that I had no control over it.
Jarrett, the Magic are a team that was really controlling the glass, but defensively, offensively, even though Banchero and Youngberg have 6.9 boards, it's a collective effort. How do you guys combat that percentage?
hitting the ball?
Have all 5 guys rebound. I know, like you said, they don't average high rebound numbers, but still they're going to get offensive boards and defensive boards. You know, we just can't sulk once they get 1 or 2. That's going to happen over the series. But I think if we have all 5 crashing, we'll be just fine.
Sure. You talked about the focal point for the series being you and Evan, especially with the bigs on their end. How much are you able to rely on him and know that you can count on him in any given series?
All right. You know, Evan, he's a consistent guy. Evans is going to give his effort every single time. Is he going to be perfect? No. Is anybody going to be perfect? No. But at the end of the day, I can count on Evan to make the right play. You know, he's going to get his assists. He's going to take the right shots. And obviously, we know he's excellent on the defensive end.
Jarrett, when you split the season series with Orlando, can you glean anything from those regular season matchups, or you just kind of have to wipe the slate clean here?
I think for us, one of the things we've been preaching was they had a lot of free throw attempts. You know, we were fouling quite a bit the 2 times we played them, points off of turnovers too, and that's just been a big emphasis for us going forward.
What can you guys do differently to keep them off the line?
All right. Be in the right spots at the right time. I feel like they got an advantage going downhill. And, you know, being half a second late in this league means a world of difference. And we just weren't ready, and we just bailed them out.
What makes them a tough team to defend that?
Their size. You know, they got people like Wagner, Banchero. I don't know how to say it. But, they have people like that going downhill, and it's tough to guard size like that.